Well, as fate has it, Lady Luck hasn't been so kind to Keith Thurman one time. It has been reported now that Thurman is out. Time for one time has run out. He will not be participating in the big fight scheduled for March 30th pay-per-view against Tim Tszyu, WBO Junior Middleweight Champion. Thurman, it has been reported, has been declared out for the fight because of a training camp injury. The timing and nature to Thurman's injury were not immediately confirmed, but the two officials who reported Thurman was off the card due to the injury spoke on the condition of anonymity because they were not authorized to speak publicly before PBC made an official statement on the matter. This news comes from Boxing Scene. Link will be in the description. As we have watched Thurman, he has brought a number of trials against himself, particularly with his inactivity. He last fought in February of 2022 against Mario Barrios, winning a unanimous decision in that fight. And early in the promotion of this fight against Tszyu, he had been prominent in selling the fight with his gift of gab. But Thurman, we know that because he hasn't been in the ring, it pretty much was all talk. And the thing about a fighter like Tim Tszyu is a seek and destroy type fighter. So many people thought that he was going to come and eat Tszyu. Tszyu was going to come and eat Thurman up. I was of that faith as well. Tim Tszyu's style is the type of style that would give Keith Thurman trouble, particularly because Tim Tszyu works the body very well. And Thurman has had trouble in the past with body shots. The 35-year-old Thurman now, who knows what's on his radar? He may be done, people. For a fighter who had to cut weight to make weight at 147, had never fought at 154, and now, after another layoff due to injury, he may just not have anything left at this time. Boxing is truly a younger man's sport, and the likes of Tim Tszyu will move forward with his career. It is being stated presently that Sebastian Fundora, the middleweight fighter, junior middleweight fighter who was going to appear on the undercard, may step in for the main event. If that be the case, it's going to be a tricky situation because Fundora, who is 26 years of age, 6'5.5" and a southpaw. Will Tim Tszyu be ready for that? He'll be bringing his record of 20-1 with 1 draw and 13 KOs into the fight. They call him the Towering Inferno because he's such a tall fighter for the weight class. Tim Tszyu likes to fight on the inside, and so does Sebastian Fundora. It's going to be interesting to see how the adjustments are made. We last saw Fundora last year in April against Brian Mendoza when he was stopped by KO in the 7th round. He was down and counted out from a devastating combination of punches from Mendoza at the time. Now Zoo, who went on to face Mendoza himself, dealt with Mendoza with strength and power. He won a unanimous decision when he fought him in his home country. Mendoza started out fine, but seemed to fade as the fight went on. The judges' scorecards were 116 to 112, 116 to 111, and 117 to 111, all for Zoo. I thought that Mendoza was going to put on a better performance than he did, but it showed me that at least when he's at home, Tim Tszyu is definitely one tough customer. Now that this fight is being held in Vegas, we're going to find out if he can adjust to the bright lights of Sin City. But as far as Keith Thurman, I don't know what to say. It's very disappointing. Thurman has squandered so many opportunities, and there were so many fights that he could have had with his contemporaries. We're talking about Errol Spence. We're talking about Terrence Crawford. We're even talking about the younger chargers that are on their way up, like Jaron Boots Ennis. But Thurman, for whatever reason, accepted this fight against Tim Tszyu. And now it's all for naught. I wish him well in his endeavors. If he were to become a color analyst for boxing, that would be great. He's highly intelligent when it comes to talking about boxing and breaking down fights and fighters. That may be his calling. But it seems like time has run out on Keith Thurman. And that's unfortunate, because he was a talented fighter at welterweight and just seemed to, after having the success that a fighter can garner, he seemed to rest on his laurels. And a lot of fighters can be guilty of that, especially when they've been able to put themselves out of poverty. You have to find reasons to motivate yourself. And unfortunately, it looks like he wasn't able to do that and sustain it. So here's to Keith Thurman. Hope that you land on your feet. But now, Tim Tszyu looks ahead. And Sebastian Fundora, being a big target, will give us plenty to look at on the 30th. This is Stormy B-Man. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let me know what your thoughts are about Keith Thurman missing this great opportunity, and what do you think? Is it over for one time? Peace to everyone out there, and everyone please remain safe.